The Chicken War. A tale of feathers, greed, and an unexpected rebellion. Once upon a time, in the peaceful town of Featherdale, chickens lived in harmony with the villagers. For generations, they provided eggs, companionship, and the occasional feast. But everything changed when greed took over. One fateful day, the villagers decided that they wanted more. More eggs, more meat, and more profit. They built massive farms, caged the chickens, and forced them to lay eggs day and night. Little did they know, their feathered friends had plans of their own. The chickens of Featherdale were not ordinary birds. They were smart, organized, and deeply connected to their ancestors, who had once roamed the land freely. As the farms grew larger, the chickens' lives became miserable. They were crammed into small cages, given artificial food, and treated like mere egg-producing machines. The rooster, General Cluckles, saw the suffering of his people and knew something had to be done. At night, deep in the shadows of the barn, the chickens held secret meetings. Their mission was clear: freedom or nothing. General Cluckles, along with his top advisors, Henrietta, the wise old hen, and Nugget, the swift-footed young chick, formulated a plan. Step 1. Gain the trust of the farmers. Step 2. Sabotage the egg supply. Step 3. Escape and take back Featherdale. The chickens began their silent rebellion by laying fewer eggs, pretending to be sick, and even making strange noises at night to spook the farmers. The villagers were puzzled. Something was happening, but they couldn't understand what. One stormy night, the first act of defiance took place. Henrietta led a small team of chickens to the storage barn, where they pecked holes in the grain sacks. By morning, food was scattered everywhere, and rats had taken over. The farmers were furious. They blamed each other, but deep inside, they knew something was off. Was it sabotage? Meanwhile, General Cluckles trained the young roosters in combat. They learned how to peck, scratch, and even use the farmers' tools as weapons. The war was about to begin. Realizing that something was wrong, the farmers introduced new measures. They reinforced the cages, added guards, and even brought in hunting dogs to watch over the chickens. But the chickens were ready. They had been gathering intel for months. They knew the farmers' routines, their weaknesses, and the perfect moment to strike. One night, as the farmers slept, the chickens made their move. They pecked open the cage doors, flapped their wings furiously, and charged into the night. The great escape had begun. The farmers woke up to complete chaos. Thousands of chickens were running free, clucking loudly, and attacking everything in sight. The roosters led the charge, using their sharp beaks to take down the fences. Hens threw eggs at the farmers' faces, blinding them momentarily. Even the young chicks played their part by sneaking into the farmer's house and knocking over supplies. Featherdale had turned into a battleground. The chicken war was in full swing. Despite their numbers, the chickens knew they couldn't fight forever. They needed a final, decisive move. Henrietta came up with a brilliant plan. If we take the farmers' food supply, they will surrender, she clucked. So, that night, a team of chickens sneaked into the storage house and pushed over every single grain sack. Without food, the farmers had no choice but to negotiate. The next morning, the farmers stood outside, exhausted and hungry. General Cluckles and Henrietta approached them with an offer. Give us our freedom, and we'll stop the rebellion. With no other choice, the farmers agreed. The Chicken Treaty of Featherdale was signed, granting the chickens the right to roam freely, lay eggs at their own pace, and live with dignity. It was a victory for the birds. With the war over, Featherdale became a different place. Farmers and chickens learned to live in balance. Some chickens still provided eggs, but only when they wanted to. Others formed their own small communities in the forests and fields. As for General Cluckles, he became a legend, a symbol of courage and resistance. Statues were built in his honor, and his name was sung in chicken folklore for generations to come. The chicken war was not just about eggs and cages. It was a lesson in freedom, resilience, and standing up against oppression. Whether human or animal, everyone deserves respect. When greed takes over, nature finds a way to restore balance. And so, the tale of the chicken war reminds us all, never underestimate the power of the underdog, or in this case, the under-chicken. Did you enjoy this story? If yes, then don't forget to like this video to show your support. For more exciting and engaging short stories, make sure to subscribe to 5-Minute Storybook and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story. And if you loved this tale, share it with your friends and family so they can enjoy it too. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more magical stories. See you in the next one.